Dawn would most likely be the one piloting that Champion C. It's going to be Dawn against that Lulu. And the thing is, something they can exploit if they get a good gap coming from Sayonara.
Yeah, and now we'll see what will be the result of these changes from CE for game number 2, as we are now match point in favor for Team Underground.
Yeah, match point for Team Underground. This could very well be a good pick-me-up game here, because one more layer into a good pick-me-up game is when you're playing a team composition that you don't usually get to play, more of a for fun kind of composition. You're gonna get a lot higher morale boost right there, and the level 2 duel being taken by Mitsura.
Yeah, but to 1v1, Mitsura is going for huge pressure with the Ignite. Not gonna be enough to burn out though. CE. So good trade when it comes to the summoner spells, because it's Flash Ignite traded for the Ignite mid lane individual matchup.
Yeah, and additionally to that point, it also gives Mitsura now more gold, more XP. He's gonna hit level 3 earlier because he's able to shove the wave and get a good back. He might also be able to pick up an additional item to give him a bit more strength there in the lane. Although I don't think he will be going for any of that, but still having a bit of that advantage right now in the mid lane is a good sign for Mitsura on that action. He did pick up the Phage.
Yeah, so expectedly maybe a Trinity Force Mitsura for the first item, as this would be a great Phage to build onto, but there are a lot of options left if ever he wants to go for another route. But for now, it might just be the 1-for-1 for the Risk Cutler, CE going for bot side, and Kha'Zix going for top side.
Yeah, and I want to highlight Kha'Zix as well. We usually see Kha'Zix on either a Conqueror. Now he has a Face Rush. So if Sayonara will get to pick you off, he will be able to just chase you down and ensure the kill for his team. So it's gonna be very tricky when you're gonna see the huge flying insect running at you.
Yeah.
And right now, getting to the 2-minute mark, we're not seeing any kills yet. We're not seeing any ganks. So we can take stock of what could happen come into the objective takes for the Herald and the Mountain Drake that's gonna come up. Honestly, I think in terms of early game strength, it's on UDG. They have the Jace, they have the Akshot, they even have the bombs coming from the Ziggs, which will really enable them to throw a lot of damage at CE as they come into these objective contests. Although CE has a bit of their own win conditions coming into the objective takes that is coming from How on the brand can also deal a lot of damage early on if he's able to throw his abilities. But the tricky thing here for CE is the prerequisite for Brand is they need UDG to be stuck together. And with the team composition the UDG has, I don't think they will be sticking together for too long.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be really, really dangerous. And instead of the Triforce, it is the Black Cleaver. So Action wants to go for that route, go for the Shred on the armor of CE. So that Leona is going to have a hard time later on. And we've known how Mitsura played this in the past. And not up against Brand and Lucian in the opposing team, but on Akali. But he was able to build onto the Wit's End and then into Maw to get that magic resist. And especially when you're fighting against How with the Brand, those burns are gonna melt you. So
Yeah.
this is a possibility on how Mitsura could play this item-wise for this game.
Yeah, it could very well be what he's gonna go for, like the Wits End and the Mob Malmortius to really dodge a lot of damage. But I think also a lot of damage is gonna come from CE is gonna be on Zalpi and Pagos. It's gonna be very tricky for him in that regard. Black Cleaver has been shown to be the go-to item if a team wants to prioritize early fights, especially on these objective takes. So it could very well be the thinking right now for Mitsura. But since the Drake is about to come up here, Mountain Drake is in position for UDG. It looks like CE is pinging it, wanting to go for the contest.
Yeah, and Fleur jumps in. Leona, that Xander Blade is not gonna hook. UDG is going through Mega Inferno Bomb. It is going to be UDG securing that. Mountain Dragon and Fleur is very low. Mitsura getting that kill, first blood for UDG. And it's Sayonara traded with a 1-for-1. But the fight's not going to be over. It's Orcross trying to retreat. Zalpi going for the flash, gets the kill. But Dawn comes into the rescue, responds, gets the kill to trade onto Zalpi. But Dawn with a follow-up for CE also dies a 3-for-1. Favor for CE.
Yeah, 3-for-1 in favor for CE. Dragon has been secured by UDG. That is the objective they were looking for. So in that regard, they are successful. But still giving away 3 kills towards Ivalice. 2 of them has been given to him. And I'm laughing because it's the Lulu. Hopefully, it would have been better if they got it on the Jax. But looking at the replay right here, it all started off great play right there from UDG using both Mega Inferno Bomb and the Smite to make sure that objective goes their way. But still, because of them throwing a lot of their ultimates, CE was just able to chase them farther and farther into that fight. But Rift Herald, though, another fight.
Yeah, enemy jump onto the Rift Herald pit, but it's Zalpi dying from the hands of UDG. But the trade is going to be there at the jungle, and jungle has been slayed. And Artras will be the one being followed up by CE. That will be the 2-for-1. 5 kills already for Cerebro.
Yeah, 5 kills for Cerebro. Getting stunned right here is Mitsura.
Yeah, Mitsura getting melted with that culling. A lot of damage coming through. And he's just gonna walk away. He should. Just too much damage.
Yeah, he really should just walk away from that, even though he does see the villain procs on their heads, the icons for Mitsura. But yeah, let's take stock of where things are at this point, because there have been 2 fights. Herald did go to the side of UDG, and it's already on the hands of Dawn. Just thinking about it, where the kills have gone to the side of CE. All Zalpi got were a couple of assists. He already has that Triforce on that Jax. Would have been great if he got a lot more of those kills though, but UDG looking at this bot lane turret at the moment.
Yeah, they want to trade a turret for turret. UDG going on bot lane, and CE going on top lane, but UDG secures the tower for his blood. More gold injection for the side of Team Underground, and despite that pressure from CE top lane, they didn't get that tower trade.
Yeah, they couldn't get it yet. Action is there. Mitsura is very strong right now. Can 2v1 essentially with the help of the tower to defend. So CE can't really do much about it. But great heads up play though. UDG going for the jump. Sayonara not being able to follow up with the final chapter from Orthros. But yeah, let's go back on where we are with the items. We do see here Dawn being a bit more defensive. He has the Edge of Night because he knows if he is in the side lane, being left there as the usual thing that UDG does. They just really leave Dawn alone in the side lane. He needs a bit more defense. He needs a way to get out when singular CC gets thrown at him. And what are the singular CCs we could see when he gets picked? It's going to be the Solar Flare coming from floor. So great pickup right there. Makes him a bit more safer in the lane. And he can also transition to maybe getting a Black Cleaver as his second item on this Jace. It's giving him a bit more protection. At least he won't be needing a lot more ganks from his team.
Yeah, and the gold lead is actually very, very close, right? If you're looking at UDG, they have 1k gold lead in 7 minutes. So far, there has only been 8 kills, but that will change on the top lane as CE goes in for top onto Mitsura, and Mitsura jumps on the turret, sacrifices himself, buying some time, but an extra kill for CE.
Now, good kill right there from CE, getting one more on the board before we see the Infernal Drake, which is going to come up in 10 seconds. This is going to be a bit of an off timing for Mitsura because he needs to run to this objective if CE chooses to start this early. That's why UDG right now, if you look at the map, is running already towards this objective.
Yeah, now they're starting on the Infernal Dragon, but Floor is pinned. He goes in with a Senate Blade, one down for CE. And Mega Inferno Bomb might just follow up. It's Ivalice, very, very low. Takes his entrance force along with the barrier. Flash over the wall to safety. And now it's done. Catching up. Not gonna pull through. Ultimate from Mitsura going through. But Tego has been damaged. He has been killed. 2 already down. For the side of CE, no trade. And UDG has the dominance onto the Dragon's Pit.
Yeah, they have full control over this area right now. UDG will be getting a free Infernal Drake with even a kill going to their side. And just a great series of plays right there from UDG, able to catch Floor as he was trying to take control over the area immediately, bursting him down, leaving at least one more member away from CE. And now it looks like the Herald might be on the plate for UDG.
Yeah, and I mean, Jax went in for the Mercreds, immediately uses it when it came up, because they want to catch up onto the Rift Herald, get the trade once again, 1 for 1 if ever it could happen, because UDG is just too powerful if they take this once again. And Sayonara in the front lines gaining those damage onto Pago, and Pago will just get melted. Score is very low, How is very low. Now the Lost Chapter is there to zone away CE, and now that will be an extra kill. triple already for UDG. Zappy's running away. Sayonara is trying to catch up. Flashes over the wall. He's gonna be safe. But a Rift Herald is not safe for UDG.
And if we break down that fight right there, Infinity, it all started with a mistake being capitalized on by UDG. I think in the banana bush, Pego wanted to go with his team when Zalpi jumped in. He went for a dash, not thinking that Sayonara was already at that brush, so he was able to get a clean isolation damage on him, immediately chunking him down, and UDG was able to pick him off even before the fight fully started. And UDG is really dangerous when they're in this kind of position, because they have been a team, they have shown to be a team to really capitalize on small mistakes that your team has done. And unfortunately, really, for CE, that was where they got caught out on. But right now, the answer though from CE, knowing that the backs from UDG has just come in, it looks like they can pick up a turret here in the bot side.
Yeah, that is what they need. They need turrets, they need gold. Now CE has gotten that for Zalpi, Pego, Fleur, and also How. But the 5k gold difference is still just too much for CE to come back from. They need more turrets than just one. And now UDG has the control over the whole map. And now Crazy Apple, what do you think has to change here for Cerberus Esports up against UDG for game number 2?
At this point, they need to be more proactive in their plays. They need to find an opening against UDG. They need to catch out Sayonara with Orthos, because it looks like he has been the guy to be very far forward looking for these fights. And they're able to catch him on the ward with Floor, with Pego and Zalpi there. They could very well just kill him outright with a lot of CC layered on top of it, and that's gonna allow their carries to get a bit more items, to get a bit more damage, to be able to face the members of UDG. But I doubt that UDG is gonna allow that based on where CE is at the moment.
Yeah, Mega Inferno Bomb to clear the wave. It has been secured the way CE. This is what we're talking about. But when we're looking at UDG, turret trade. And that is a tier 2 for tier 3. So more value for UDG.
Yeah, that's not a fair trade right there for C. But at this point in time, you take what you can, and getting a bit more gold for your team is enough. Fortunately, the Zenith Blade did not connect on Sayonara right there. That could have been a good pickup for CE. Sayonara still being a very big pain here for the side of CE, but at this point in time, UDG knows how ahead they are. They are 7,000 gold in the lead. A lot of that gold right now, if you look at the items, a lot of that is on Dawn and Sayonara. So really, these two players will be key for UDG to just keep on putting the pressure on CE.
Yeah, and CE has information that Sayonara is stealing the blue buff, but not gonna be that quickly, because Sayonara just got the blue buff in a couple of seconds and it's gone. And now, the Ocean Dragon and the Baron Asher will come up at 15 seconds here. Paint me a picture of what will happen here, Crazy Apple.
UDG will... Oh my god, Pego. Okay, Flash, Bird. No flash for Lucian coming into the objective take. UDG will bait out here. UDG into a fight.
Zenith Blade, but Stasis Enchant immediately by Mitsura. And now Sayonara looking into the back lanes, going in for the flank. Lost Chapter is there, going for the root. Stasis Enchant to buy some time. That is going to be engaged from UDG, being successful as How is down. Floor will follow through, and Zalpi has fallen out of this game as well. And Ivolus won't be the only one left. Rift Herald is there. This is it. The end gaming push. UDG is going for the inhib third. Ziggs is there as well. The inhib has fallen. The Rift Herald might push into the Nexus. It falls though, but UDG is still alive for every single member, and Ivolus is very low. Sayonara jumps through into the back end of that Nexus, and UDG has beaten CE with a clean 2-0 sweep.
That was too quick, Infinity, but we did call that UDG wanted to fight, wanted to bait in CE in that last Dragon